It's Brittany, bitch, on a thirsty Thursday. And we're done. That's the energy for today. For any follow up, go ahead and check with Britney Spears. What's up, everybody? I am the Lilith reincarnated, the fucking spark of Britney Spears over there. Shit, that's funny. I am High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium. There's some cards missing. What's going on in here? Medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist. What's going on here? Something's going on here. I don't know. I am your messenger, God, the first child of God. As I said, I am the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you would have seen what I post in my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Einhorn was a man. Some of my cards are missing. Something seems off. Really? Mm-hmm. What is it? I'm not sure. Give me a second. I know which ones. Okay, I guess it's just these ones. Forgive me. I have OCD, dude. I can sense when things are off. Really? Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see. I posted in my community page this morning. I was sent there in meditation, which kind of carried on since the other night. And I had this aha moment given to me by God. And I'm just going to pull the cards out. We're taking these. Oh my God, it's still longer. Oh, no. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. What's this one? Oh, the Ten of Cups. Oh, fuck. Fuck. It only validates everything I was saying. All right, let me just get on with it. God, I should have just sent him an invite. Huh? Houston, we have liftoff. Hold on, dude. That's too fast, God. You didn't even let me say. It's just confirmation for what I'm about to tell you. That's too much. Really? My stomach just started growling. Okay. What happened? This morning, I had an aha moment, an Einhorn moment with his dick in my Come on. It's Brittany, bitch. Fuck it. All right, anyways. I could either be Brittany or Kanye. However you want it. Throw some Slim Shady on it. Chicka, chicka, chicka. Tug life. You want some Kobe? What do you want? What side of you do you? All right, anyways, going back to it. What happened? I was like having this heart to heart with God like 2 days ago, and he was like all quiet and he didn't want to tell me the answers. And I thought that was really strange. And then all the answers always lie within, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, well, I'm ready to move on. I'm trying to manifest that next level love. And he's like, no, you have to deal with what you have in front of you. And I'm like, deal with nothing. Anyways, I took it and, in one ear and out the other, like it always does. And then he said it again this morning, and he showed me this is what happened. Here we are. Am I going to give in to you? Oh, man. Yes, I am. I am. I am. I am. I am going to submit this time. Really? Oh, man. I am. I'm going to do what I didn't do before. But as you can see, I wasn't prepared. What was it? All right, man. Damn. That's why my chakras have been all out of fucking whack. I just want to point out as I go through this fast, it brings up all my shadows. So 40 days of shadows is, just fucking lovely. And that's what happens is, 40 days of temptation facing the devil. Your own devil? The devil. I have plenty of them. Oh my God, Becky. Realistically, yeah. Okay. I manifested this guy, and God brought in this guy, and I patterned like never before. And I got put into spiritual court for doing it. And the only way out was to go back and face Bobby, which was something I was running from anyways. I didn't face him and learn any lessons. Really? No. So I had to go back and learn my lessons because clearly it showed that I wasn't ready. Period. Bottom line. I could never have known that until right now. You can't see the bigger picture till you're at the end. Really? Yeah. So it turned out to be this big old thing where I had to go back and learn a lot of hard lessons that I didn't learn along the way that I should have learned if I wasn't running from him in the beginning. Everything that's meant for you will always find you. So as I posted, I was like, I have till May 1st. Why May 1st? God's aligning us. You watch. It'll happen. God makes things happen, bro. He puts things in alignment. So anyways, my higher self called him in. I called him in from my heart, but I wasn't ready for him. And he was most definitely not ready for me. So then the separation and the shadow work begins. And all of that. Realistically, oh yeah, it's been a long twin flame ride. But through him, I saw the part of me that I was denying. And only through him was I able to see that part and then let that part out with Bobby. Because that's what I was denying. I hadn't let out my sexuality yet. I hadn't faced my behaviors and patterns. I hadn't faced any of that real controlling Knight of Wands energy that I was projecting on him. Really? Nope. So I had to play it out and be the whole whore. Mm-hmm. Really? Well, yeah, I had to match we ended up facing our own shadows. Realistically, well, he played his out quite well with his little get around girls, and I had mine. And that's where it was. How you doing over there, Marshall? Have you gotten anywhere on your sexual drive? We're teaching people. Going back to it. So that happened. And then again, 11:11, here they come back and they're like, they show me that they want me to surrender to this guy. And I throw a big fit and I say, okay, I'm going to do it. And then I don't do it. Why? Because I keep patterning. Why? Because I don't want to. I spoke about it even again yesterday and it started breaking out. Most of it broke out yesterday in the morning video. Well, I only did one video. Really? Mm-hmm. I told Allie that I didn't want to feel like I do for Bobby, like for him. But the only way to get out of this with Bobby is to let myself feel that way for him. Really? Mm-hmm. The only way to get out of that fucking connection with Russ was to give into it. Really? Yeah. And here I am. And though I want to go past Wolfman to some imaginary soul named Samael that I believe is here, I want the relationship as well as the relationship that Joseph and Mary had. Realistically, so I'm manifesting the relationship, not the person. And that soul lies within anybody. To say that, you know what I mean? I want you to be like Kobe. Well, you just have to, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean put on Kobe's skin and his fucking armor. It means put on the spirit. When I tell you I want you to be Christ-like, that's what that means. So as I sit here, God's like, ultimately what it is God wants him on his army. And he wants me to he's using me to bring him over here. He wants him on his spiritual army. Whether or not he's my full happiness, he is what's next on my path. There's nothing behind him. I have to give into this connection and try to, give into it. Realistically, if I want to go past it, I have to go into it. And it took me that long with Bobby to realize that. Really? I have to give into it to get out of it. The worst thing that could happen is I actually end up happy. But the problem is I haven't been giving into it. So that's why I haven't ultimately found happiness. Why? Pride and ego every single time. My mind has fears and beliefs and projections about who you are and how you'll treat me. And therefore, it makes me run away. Simplistic? So simplistic. Really? Every mind is. Once you work through it as much as I do, it's that simplistic. I can look at any man and find reasons not to want to pursue him based on my projection of how this won't work because of who you are and how you'll not, I wouldn't say meet my expectations because I don't, but I would say it's even worse than that. It's more negative in the fact of disappoint me. It's not that I don't think you're going to meet my expectations. I expect that you're going to disappoint me based on your behaviors. Really? Well, I mean, does it take a psychic to see a cheater right in front of you? Does it take a psychic to see a liar in front of you and not want to take a risk on a liar, a cheat, a drug addict, an alcoholic, an abuser, an escaper, a fucking narcissist, someone that's mentally shut down, someone that's emotionally shut down, someone with mommy issues, someone that has woman issues, someone that has problems with authority, somebody that has problem with homosexuality or even other genders and races? These are the things I see in front of the men in front of me that clash with my titans. Really? In some cases, it's possible that I'm jumping to absolute negative conclusions based on my mind's understanding, and I try to eliminate that. But at the same time, if I don't let my mind have some sort of sense, then I have no sense of understanding, and I'm just walking out there as a whole ass fool. I have to take the knowledge that my mind knows about it, and that's it. It's like, don't hold the grudge, hold the lesson. I don't hold grudges, I hold the lesson. It's like, damn, what did I learn from that? Not like, oh, I'm never going to do that again, but understanding that, take the lesson, not a grudge. That's all I can say about that. Really? So, yeah, that's where it was. And it's like, well, how do I clean this up? Nothing. God has to clean it up. I just have to start fresh. I tried to open the door and he closed it on me. And then and then I do what I do. Realistically, yeah. And it was quite obvious because I do that with trying to sit there. I'm remembering what happened with me and Bobby. Oh, yeah, he blocked me out of nowhere on fucking Valentine's Day. So I blocked him. I was like, yeah, okay, that's a pattern. All right. And what happened with Wolfman? He blocked me. So I talked shit to him. Okay, yeah, that's a pattern. Okay, where are we at here? What am I supposed to be doing? Realistically, and God's like, you're supposed to be doing him. Really? Something like that. Your cards aren't as dark as mine. I didn't even buy these, bro. I got conned into them. Really by Morgan, which I have to face. She was my friend, and I have to be forgiving to her drug addict behaviors and somehow be loving about shit. God, Jesus asked for so much of a good person to be a good person. Forgive, 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 forgive. I hear fuck you, and fuck you. You know what it means to train the Lilith to be a Jesus freak? Fucking freak. Fuck, freak me. Really? Every freaking day and every freaking night. I'm in the middle of freaking Wolfman and fucking Jesus over here trying to tell me about tomorrow's battle. What is it? Tomorrow I'm going to take the kids to our new home. And the whole reason we got that new home was my old friend who went ballistic because she was on a fucking dope fiend. And now I fucking didn't talk to her. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with her ever again. She always on dope? No. But I'm like, no, you do dope, so stay away. I can't be like that. Jesus wasn't like that. And I can't stand that. Don't make me deal with fucking drug addicts. Here we are again. See what I mean? Don't ask God for purpose because he got plenty of things for you to do. Oh, help me, Jesus. Really? Yeah. Tomorrow I already saw it. I'm gonna pull up with the kids and she's gonna see us and it's gonna I gotta be Christ-like. Not like, hey bro, you act like a fucking lunatic last time and I had a lot of retrospection and I don't want to be your friend anymore because that's where I was 2 weeks ago. But Jesus said, no, I have to fucking figure this out too. Damn you. Fuck. Do you know what it means to be a good person? Oh, gosh. I'd rather not be a person at all if I have to be good. That's why I try to stay away from people. Jesus is on my shoulder talking about be nice and forgive and love, and I'm like, fuck that. Get away from me. Sorry. Really? Yeah, that's tomorrow's battles. And I guess I got a lot of battles to face. Oh, man. At least I got Christ with me. Ugh. Anyways, all right, so, that's far more than fucking Wolfman has. Wolfman doesn't know Christ. He doesn't know God. He doesn't know anything, and God wants me to bring him into the kingdom. And I'm like, he's a bad guy, and he's this, and he's that, and he's just left me there to work through all that. I got to point out, none of my Holy Spirits have ever talked about you or brought anything in. They showed me a vision where we're sitting together and you see them, but they've never had anything to say about it. And that's what it is. God won't steer you right. You just have to work through it. Really? Yeah. Your mind will project on everyone and tell you they're all terrible people. Like, you guys look at Kanye West, you're like, he is a whole fucking pest bucket. It's just a hurt child of God that God wants me to get back, right there with Britney Spears. Me and Britney are gonna have the best time, dude. We're gonna light fires and just dance all the time. She's my dance partner. We're gonna make music and everything. That fucking spirit inside of her, I fucking love that shit. Realistically, we're gonna have so much fun. I do that shit all day. I just don't do it online. My makeup all fucked up and my titties hanging out. Try to keep that shit in my kitchen, in my living room, in the car. We're gonna go crazy on that shit. Really? Yes, it's always a dance. That girl just wants to dance all day. I feel it. She ain't got no responsibility. We're just gonna chill. Non-alcoholic drinks, praising God. Really? Really? Do you think she's a bad person? Realistically? And that goes back to some fucking dipshit like fucking dude. God wants us to forgive these dipshits. I'm like, dude, they're a whole shit dipped in fucking chocolate coating. I'm not. God said, forgive them. Anyways, let's go back to my insane attempt at a love life. Oh man, here I am again. I keep trying to get past these guys and I can't. I have to blow through them. Given the fact that I'm the succubus, I got this in my big old mouth. All right, come on, let's just read the cards. This is our thirsty Thursday energy. Me bent over with my 10 of cups. You're so filthy. It is me. I am the filth that they speak of in the Bible. Really? All right. I need to get this. All right. I'm really dressed to impress. I'm wearing my fucking 3 of Swords proudly all over my shirt. I need to throw on some eyebrows, and I'm gonna go hit the streets. Really? Yes. What are you doing? Witchy stuff. Really? Witch stuff. I don't know. I need to go to the witchcraft store. I'm completely out of sage. Well, really, I have some, like, if you were trying to scrape the baggie type shit. Such a crackhead. Really? Yeah, I need to sage the demons because they're all upon us. I want to go take an adventure and stuff and play a date. My daughter is going to get off at noon. My son has tomorrow off. They said they have Monday off too. It's a whole fucking hula day. Who the fuck said what's going on these days? I don't know. Really? I had no idea. She gets off at noon because of her fucking teachings. My son was like, come get me. So I said maybe if I was out and about. I'll probably fuck around here and grab the kids and go fuck around. They don't want to do shit with me. They just want to sit around. My daughter actually is just like Brittany. She's going to go sit in the bathroom and hide. That's all she said she wants for her room. I need some blackout curtains so I can dance. She likes to dance in darkness. You are very Lilith. Really? It's in us, bro. We are dance fucking freaks. Seriously? I can sing and all that, but I can dance. Really? I was about to scream Whitney Houston's song. I felt it. I want to dance with somebody. All right, let's move on to where we at. 10 of Cups. This is good stuff. Why? Because it's emotional fulfillment. I've been pretty happy, snappy, all that good stuff. Pentacles, Page of Swords. No, Cups. Where are the cups? Cups up. Devils, Stars, Towers. Nope. Move on. Here we go. Queen, Knight, Page. No. 10. Oh, the Page of Cups is all loving too. We're all in a loving, it's only going to get better. Really? Yeah. From here, it only gets better in the feelings department. Okay, on page 40. There may, is this the right one? Oh, no, I'm in the wrong book. Really? Yeah, that was the Lovers. I was like, hold on. It said it started with squawking. I was like, no, that's not how Notorious starts. It starts with an invocation. This one's number 36. Damn, I was never going to find that. Really? Yeah. Do you read tarot? Wolfman does. It's about all he does, and it's like all I don't do, so you're useful over here. I'll teach you everything else. You don't need to teach me tarot. You could just do the tarot because everybody wants a fucking reading around here. I want you to read their fucking love life. You're going to ask that guy. All right, moving on. Sorry, it's funny. It's funny. Because he has no control over his love life, nor do I. The honorable God. I'm not invocating you. Is that your name? Yes. Menadell's influence encouraged works starting from emotional sphere as a fundamental action to realize and complete any project. Make it stable and lasting. If the order reverses, what we materially may reflect problems we should have faced or revealed before we started. And if we have to draw experience, not always painlessly, from our mistakes. And that's what it is. That's what the retrograde is also about, is to see your weaknesses. Really? Yeah. It actually started today, but whatever. I felt that shit 2 days ago. I always feel that shit. Really? It brings up all your shadows and stuff. It brings up your bad patterns so you can become aware of them. And in some cases, for those of you that deny the shadow, it allows your shadow to time to breathe. Because if you don't let it out, it will eat you up. So people go into their shadow phase in their south nodes during a Mercury retrograde. They go into some of their poor behaviors and bad patterns. But it's a way of expression, because if it didn't happen, they would just be storing up and then they would burst. Really? Mm-hmm. It's a balance. I tried to understand. I'm like, why do we even fight it? It happens. Like, it's like putting up, it's like, here it comes again. It's like waiting for a wave. Why don't we just ride the wave? Really? That's what I see. Really? There's times I see myself in a pattern and I don't even bother to stop it because I understand. I want to understand what triggered it before. Let it go out. Not all patterns are terrible. Not all of your reactions to things are terrible. They just need to be understood better and properly, you know what I mean, let out, especially when it comes to your freaking emotions. All right. And I'm not ashamed that you met the Lilith. I'm never ashamed. Kanye is a portion. Fucking Marshall is a portion. Britney Spears is a portion. These people are a portion of the fucking rebellious dark energy that God put as called my soul. They have a piece of my soul inside of them called the Lilith. I'm never gonna, you don't, if you can't handle them, you're never gonna be able to handle me, because that all of them plus so many more is me. And then don't forget Pac and Kobe and Jesus. Can you put that all together? They call that gumbo. Ugh, there's a lot of meat in there. We get some veggie tails. Sorry. God put too much meat in me. Or not enough. Oh God. I'm in my spirit. I'm sorry. There's no filter to it. Really, he didn't really give me one. I'm working on it in this life. Not so much though. He wants me to be a good expression of myself. To show what God is. I told you, if God had a form, what piece of him would you be? I would be his genitals. And he laughs. We all laugh. Really? You don't know God like I do. First off, he doesn't have a form. And if he did have a dick, I would be it. Really? Really? I don't know. I guess Jesus would be the vagina, don't you think? Either way, we're both getting fucked. Moving on. 30, yeah, so it is the powers that be. 10 of Cups, Mars. Oh God, there's Aries. Virgo, which is structure, and your 10 of Cups. Really? And let's talk about the Lovers, and then we'll get the fucking... Really, this is more than I want. It's more like an adult conversation I'm not ready to have with y'all. I'm gonna go for a ride with this. Oh yeah. Do you want to ride? I do. Let's get in the Impala. I need to wash that bitch. Fuck. It snowed. I don't care. Really? No. I don't care. Anyways, where are we going? Not the Ten of Cups in this one. We're going to the Lovers, I think, or the Devil. I'm not sure. What is that card? What is that card, Wolfman? It's just like, you know what that card means. Where are we? Seriously, though, is it the Devil or is it Lovers? I don't know. It's not those. It's not the Lovers. All right, fine, fine. Well, he's still a devil, too. They called me a devil. Everybody's a fucking devil. Fine, fine, fine. Fine. As the goddess of hell, there's nothing but devils down here. Really? Pick your choosing. So I told you, they all have fucking issues down here, and none of them are connected to God. Lewis has him all tatted over his fucking body, but he don't know God. Godless. All right. Fucking shit. In the darkest halls, how's our Ten of Cups? Because that's where it is. I'm like, how's our Ten of Cups in our devil energy? Because when you integrate the shadow, that's when you find true happiness. Ta-da! And I'm done for the day. Really? I'm going to go away. In the darkness halls of the demon's Lord Malphus. Is that your name? Malphus? Malphus. Hey, that sounds like a great image. The night closes in around you, blinding you to what is before and behind you. Now the world is only what you can feel, what you can touch and taste. You hear only what the shadow whispers to you, and that's the fucking Mercury retrograde, bro. Really? Mm-hmm. There is much pleasure to be found here where the senses dominate, but the shadow uses your pleasure and relief to forge a golden chain to imprison you, your free will. The longer you listen, the harder it blocks the sounds and the harder it will be to regain your own mind. Keywords: domination, addiction, valuing flesh and material world above all else. Seeking pleasure, giving into the shadow. Damn, we're facing our devils. We spoke about that. People are giving into their addiction right now. Just expect it. People are she's gonna be on one. Maybe not at the end of the month, but by the time I see her next week, she'll have a fucking check and be fucking lit. Damn it. Jesus says, forgive them. Valuing flesh, which is your body, working so hard on your body, and the material world above all things, and your fucking possessions. That's you, Wolfman. Seeking pleasure and giving into the shadow. Let's talk about it in my deeper book. Shall we go any deeper? This is not what the fucking thirsty Thursday is this. This is more like a Freaky Friday. Every freaking day and every freaking night. That's Jodeci. I wanna freak you, baby. All right, I went to the Nine of Cups, which is abundance. We're going to the 10. If the Nine of Cups is about personal achievement, the 10 of Cups is about lasting achievement and happy relationships with others. This might be your family, the friends, or a partner that you choose. I didn't choose, okay. I wanted exactly you before I met you. I told you. I really did. Really? I didn't choose you. No, I totally manifested. I wanted a man that was just like you. But the problem was you were just like me. And we had to fix me and that part of you too, which is what that Knight of Wands. I always say God chose. But that's not true because I chose who to bring here with me. And it's me that calls you in. Maybe not consciously. I'm not like picking up the phone and calling, looking out for people, but it's the spirit. And that's what I said. My spirit called you in. Why? Because the next level. What Hades and Persephone had was next level love. But naturally, she didn't give into it. And because I'm Lilith, I wasn't going to, I had to find surrender on my own. Lilith doesn't surrender. But as the Morgan, you know what I mean? And that's where I take all my older selves, my wiser selves, to wise myself up in this life. Really? Mm-hmm. Because as the Morgan, I learned when to battle and when not to battle, when to put the sword down. And that's why I said, I am going to surrender this time. Really? I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to fight me. The fight isn't you. The fight is me. Every time I don't like you, instead of fighting me, I fight you. It is one of the most positive cards in the deck and represents the perfection and satisfaction of human relationships with love and support extending in all directions. And that's what Jesus wants. Even going down to, Morgan, I don't need to fight you. I need to fight me. But I also don't need to be around people that make me completely uncomfortable. And again, I'll just have to reestablish when you're on some shit, stay the fuck away from me. Really? I'm not ready for that. I don't want you to ever feel comfortable to be high around me. This is an ultimate power of suit of cups, an element of water, joy, and wonder of life. Reverse. The reverse denotes relationships gone wrong. There may be family quarrels, broken friendships, heartbreak, even violence, divorce, and isolation. Take some time to consider the situation, weigh up what you want and what you don't, but recognize you played a part in what's happening. Oh, yeah, for sure. I didn't even read any of that. No, I just read it and I didn't even see it. Why? Because I just didn't see it. Let's move on to the devil. Really? Always in some devil energy, aren't we, though? I went to Temperance. Where are you, devil? Death. Does it come after Wolfman? He knows the cards. I've been reading them for 3 years and don't. All right. It's self-created bondage to an idea, a belief, an ambition, a demanding career, a love of money, a desire, a person, a group of people that stops you from moving forward. You have this belief that doesn't let you move forward. You have ambitions, meaning you won't give up what you're trying to achieve. Hey, Russ, I saw you in the elevator. I had this picture of you cutting your hair, but then the vision was he'll never do it because he has to push this fucking hair product. You looked really good. It wasn't as short as I would have done it, but it looked good. Really? Mm-hmm. But I knew you would never do it because of this ambition. You put too much into this hair product. You have to keep your hair. You're the salesperson for the product. You're the poster boy on the like really stupid things like that. And your demanding career, your love for money makes you not be able to do other things. A desire, this person doesn't let you do other things. Groups of people don't let you do other things. This card represents your shadow, the part of you you don't want to look at, the part of you you deny, where you hide even from yourself, the fears, the weakness, the desires. Stop right there. I told you right there, my shadow. I wasn't mentally, emotionally, or physically capable of getting close at that time. And he had no idea what he was dealing with to begin with. Realistically, he just called in the dark goddess. He didn't know what it was. He may have studied it in books, but I don't think so. He's finding out firsthand what the dark goddess is. And in order to have the powers that he wanted, he needed to understand the dark goddess. Even Carl Jung, all science teaches you this. In order to get that power of alchemy, to enter the gates of heaven or hell, whichever you choose, to have a spiritual connection, it's always me in one form or another. You know what I mean? Jason has to go through the Hecate. Many go through the Isis. They go through a part of me to get to God or spirit, which is what? What God made me, which is your thoughts and your feelings. So, again, God said this a long time ago. In making him an emperor, I take myself to my next level as empress. Why? Because if I give him the power, then I'm not the only one holding it. And God will guide him what to do with the power. I don't have to worry about that. Really? That was a worry since the beginning. And if people had powers like mine, what would they do to other people? And of course I question his authority and his intention for such power. But God wants him on his side, and God will only give it to him if he does it in God's name. So God will control it after you know what I mean, we do this. And that's why God prepared me to have an initiation with him and give him the powers. But by doing so, then not the whole world isn't on my shoulder. There's somebody else in God's army with me. But I have to let down my guard and let him in to God's army. I have to develop him into God's army as well. But by doing so, that allows me, you know what I mean? I have one person, and I have an emperor on my side. We're building an army in God. Now he can build others. And that's how Jesus did. He had the prophets, and then they had the ability to heal and to cast out demons and do all of that shit, baptize and do all that. He'll be able to do that. And, he can do the stuff that, once I teach him, he can do it in the name of God. And he wants that. He wants that power. He wants that glory to be able to, show the alchemy and show the magic and do all that shit. He's been searching for it. And that's what brought us together. Really? Yeah. So I showed that saying right here is the part that I hid from myself, which was my fears, my weaknesses, my desires, that I was ashamed of. It all came out. I had to face my whole shadow before I could face him. But he made me see it because I was seeing it in him. I was like, well, you're this kind of guy and you use fucking magic for stupid shit and you're just fucking trying to fucking make yourself big and this, that, and the other. And I saw it all in myself. My old behaviors, who I was before I became, the priestess, the parts of me that's hiding, the freak at night and all this other stuff. Really? You know what I mean? I just want to point that out. Again, it was a huge aha moment, and now I'm ready to celebrate, and then we'll move on. I didn't think it was going to happen so fast where we were going to have to face it, but it's that fast. Once you get it, it could take you a lifetime to get it. It's like math or something. It's like everybody gets it, but you don't get it, and then finally one day you get it. Teach me how to Dougie is what I heard. Could be the Cupid Shuffle. It's like, dude, you watch people do this dance forever, and you just can't do the dance, and then one day you get it, and it's the happiest day of your life. Really? It was how these monumental lessons, you came here for them. And when you get them, your soul like explodes. It's Brittany, bitch. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Meaning there was a part of you missing. Something was missing. You just don't know. And you're searching for it. And you don't know what it is and what lessons you're missing. And where you're right there. They're not bringing anything in. All you have is you. And that's that self-reflection. You sit you down with nothing more than your experiences. Sort through it. That's Kobe. Find the missing link. What am I missing? Because if you don't catch it, they're going to put you through it again. And I mean, with all due respect, I love Bobby to death, but I don't want to go through this again. What am I not learning about this? And I did. Now, the next thing was to take that lesson and move on. But I didn't want to move on to the next person because I still had, and now you ask me, well, what is it now? Nothing. I just have to break down my armor. I told you, I started running out of reasons why I didn't like him. And now he's trying really hard. And maybe he should have always tried to begin with instead of puffing up, but that's what happened. Our shadow met our shadow. And we became, and that's what it is. It's like he became all fucking high and mighty, so I fucking got mightier. And I tried, and I got higher. And now he understands it. And now he's calming, and it's reflecting to me, and it's calming. It's the same thing. When Bobby runs, I run. It's the shadow. It's the mirror. Really? Mm-hmm. You guys never gave into it. You don't understand. And that's it. How did I get past Russ? It's not that I love him. I sent him a great message yesterday telling him how much I loved him and how hard it was for me. But I could have, you know what I mean? I was like, and the real truth was, is what I told him. I was nowhere near moving someone into my life, even though I said I was, like you did. I was not ready to move a person into my life back then. But then he showed me, no, I can be that. And he moves in Jonica and becomes a whole dude, like a whole house bitch. I was like, oh shit. There was no way look at me now. I'm still like, whoa, working on it. You know what I mean? I projected real hard. And he showed me. Well, yeah, I guess you showed. You showed me, I guess. What was funny is it was really what I learned about Rusted was really funny is I was like, he kept trying to deny me his attention, but kept giving it to me. And I kept acting like I didn't want it. That was the whole fight between me and Russ. Really? Yeah. Something similar to me and Bobby. Really? Yeah, it's that push and pull shit. But I look back at it, the whole time he's acting like I'm not important, but he's repeating, he just did it the other day, you guys. I just didn't want to give him no clout on it. I made a whole video about people's responses and how fucking filtered they are, and he comes out and shares a little flick of his interview where he said the same thing in much more educated words. Yeah, you're very sophisticated in your words. Wonderful. But you're still riding my coattail there, buddy. You didn't say it first. I did. But it was those moments. I used to get mad at him that he would come behind me. And I used to think he was stealing my words all the time. He was stealing it, but he was trying to build on it. He was trying to support it. And that's what I didn't see. I can see it clearly when Royce is doing it because I don't feel like Royce is doing it. There's no fear that Royce is doing it um, negatively. But when anybody, you know what I mean? When Royce does it, it doesn't bother me. But if Russ does it, it's like you're stealing my fucking words. You're just trying to sound like me. If Mike Stud does it, it's the same thing. If Wolfman does it, I was doing the same thing. But then God tried to show me, no, they're trying to teach what you're teaching. And I'm like, no, they're trying to be like me and fuck them. Really? And that's where it is it's the shadow projected out further and further. Really? Mm-hmm. It's not mine. I think it's funny when these tarot readers are like afraid of other tarot readers taking their fucking tarots, their readings, and making money off of them. And that shows their intention. They're doing it for money. These aren't my messages, it's just my life's experience. And if somebody is sharing them somewhere else and somebody's paying to hear this, okay, then you're making a profit off the profit. And I don't believe that's going to go well for you when I don't make no money off this shit. But whatever the case may be, the message is getting out. And that's all it's supposed to be. I don't own it. And a real magician will tell you that. I don't own God. I don't own Kobe. I don't own the spirit. I don't own the message. It just comes through me. And it's too much. And that's why I was screaming at fucking Wolfman. Come, I'll give it to you, bitch. I'll give it to you. Let's see what you do with God's calling on your life. Let Gabriel call you. Wake up to fucking Kobe and your shadows every morning. Let's do this. Let's do this. Realistically, I mean, seriously, I've been doing this forever. It's like, you want to do this? You want to be part of this? Do you know what this is? This is a journey for the rest of your life to freaking God and being part of his kingdom here on earth. Really? Do you know Buddha? I mean, yeah, the dark side is the fun side, but we don't get to hang out with them much because you work for the light. You know, they walk with us as we go into these dark places and deal with dark people, but then most of the time you're just sitting in fucking peace and joy and happiness all the fucking time. Really? It's what people strive for, but it's work. It's disciplined work. Just this, you have to give up your desires, your pursuit, your love of money, your demanding careers or your identity. God gives you an identity. Your shadow is real. You want people to, at that moment I said that, it's like, Wolfman wants to make a name for himself. That's because it's real. It's in you for you to make a name for yourself. But you don't have to go chasing it and doing what other people do. God has a name for you. Never mind. Fucking nothing. In that sense is, you know what I mean? There's parts of you that you have a love for money because of what though? Everybody fucking loves money. But why? Why is yours overpowering you? Do you know what I mean? That's the shadow. The shadow is fear, control, possession. You can use it to manipulate people. You look cool to people. You know what? The shadow is the real part of why you know what I mean? What is this desire? You know what I mean? Why do you really do this demanding career? That's the shadow. Why won't you quit this? Because people look up to me. Because I need the, because. The because is the shadow, which is your inner child that wants validation. You're allowed to give it validation and but not termination to its experience. And that's where it is like, there's a part of you that won't give this up, and it's called pride. And I have to sit there in front of God and admit that I'm prideful. Even when I was watching that movie last night, The Two Popes, his fall was pride. It's like I've given my life to God, but even here in my service, I'm full of pride. Pride is what we stand on, and it's hard to not stand on that. We won't give up, you know what I mean, the stuff because we're proud of it, and it makes people look up to us. And that's what we're holding on to, is we want people to look up to us for what we have, but not, that's me, is like, I don't have shit. Well, I mean, I have great things coming, but the thing is people look up to me because of, not because of what I have, but what I believe in and how I live. And that's what it is about. It's not about what I have in my hand, but it's the type of person that I am. And that's it, is I can always have, I can magically ask, manifest anything needed. And people haven't even tapped into that. Some have. Sit with me and we talk about what will make you happy, and we bring those things into your life. First off, by eliminating the things that don't make you happy. This is quite simple. Sacrifice equals reward. What would you like to replace this with? You know what I mean? And that's where you have to go through the untying of the knots, letting this go, the shadows and all this. The parts of you don't want to look at, the parts of you deny, where you hide, even from yourself, your fears, your weaknesses, the desires you're ashamed of, impulses like lust, the desire for power, selfishness. That's it. You know what I mean? I have a huge untouched sexuality in here that I deny, right? And the desire for power, you know what I mean? I use that in a powerful way. Okay, selfishness. I express that. I was being selfish by not wanting to have God's kids, not wanting to just settle down and have this life, that he wants for everyone, which is a happy fucking family. Being greedy, envious. I'm not really any of those, but there was times, I suppose. Anger and rage is something I struggle with. You can see it all the time. Why? I just burst into flames. It's just a feeling. I'm not a bad person. It's a feeling, bro. You don't understand what anger and rage is. It's just a feeling inside of you. It's just literal fire. Same with fucking sadness. It's just water that boils up. You'll start to feel it. Really? Creativity, it's just wind that's pushing on your mind. You'll start to learn these elements. But anger and rage? No. Lust? Those are fun feelings. You feel them in your groins. They're tingly. They're all kinds of feelings. It's just a feeling. They're not terrible. That powerful feeling, I have done it. Whenever I fucking do something, like I build something or something, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Being selfish, no, I don't want to share this. This is all mine, and I don't want to share my piece of pie. That's fine. Being greedy, man, I just want everything on Christmas. Everything's on sale, and I don't want to buy anything. I just want to buy my own stuff. Envious, fuck, I wish I had that car. I wish I had that fucking body. I wish I had that shit. These are real parts of human. The anger and the rage, they're just you. Little bitty you. Really? They're impulses, they're feelings. And those are just some. As the goddess of feelings, intuition, and feelings, bro, there's a billion. They're not all bad. They're electrifying. Don't touch me there. I act funny. Impulses, meaning this makes me feel weird, and then I do this weird thing. It's an impulse. Really? Feelings. You have to understand them. They're not bad. Every time I get angry, I feel terrible about myself. No, that's not really a bad thing to be angry. It's not a bad thing. Everybody wants to make you feel bad for being angry or being fucking horny, I guess. I don't know. I don't like that feeling, that word. I was trying to describe my feelings and they're like, you're horny. I was like, no, that's not what it is. Horny takes it away. But if you think about the horned goddess or the horned god and all that, it understands where that word came from in Latin terms. But in the sense of passion and desire, you guys are horny in your brains. You're like thinking about stuff. It's not a feeling, it's a thought. It's always the same feeling for you. It's a thought. You think about any dirty thought and it's the same feeling. I get a feeling without any thought. It's different. And I want to explore those feelings. Where do these feelings come from? What do you do with these feelings? You know what I mean? That's what it's supposed to be. Anyways, they are locked away in the darkness, but are nonetheless coming from an or nonetheless not coming from an outside agency such as the devil, and certainly what is this? And certainly not a separate living entity within you like a demon, but arising from a primitive instinctive part of your mind. And that's what I said. It's your inner child, your teenager. It could be all different kind of stunts of your life. Really, when you were a kid, you thought about all kinds of things. And as you grew, you started to have all those things. Those things still live within you. Really? The shadow parts of you, your unhealed inner child. It's unhealed because it hasn't had expression. So you bring it out to be healed. Not to let it act fucking wild, but to express itself. Really? Like my sexuality. I was denied sexuality, the exploration of sexuality my whole life. First by sexual trauma, and then my first boyfriend, who thought I lost my virginity to. Now you think about it, is that true? That was never true, was it? That's sad. Hold on. Think about it. My whole life, I thought I lost my virginity to him until I realized no, I was getting raped as a child. So that's not true. There you go. There's an obvious lie. Wow. My whole life, I lived by that lie. All right. Well, anyways, the first man I gave myself to became my husband and the father of my children. So I didn't go out and explore my sexuality with other people and learn how to, be sexual with people. And instead was more put into production of, I had to perform in order to keep him from cheating. So it became more elaborate in that sense. So my whole sexuality was denied. Dating, all of that stuff. Wow, that one hit real hard. I didn't realize the truth. And that's what it is. The truth will set you free, but it's terribly painful. That was just a simple truth. You do realize you weren't a virgin because you were getting fucked as a child? Holy shit. That's right. I was not a virgin. That's sad. Hmm. They took my virginity as a child, a very small child. Hmm. Something to think about as I'm over here fucking wearing a chastity belt. For protection, I assure you. I don't sleep with people because of that. Whoa, the book just closed and it just got dark on me. Really? Yeah. Hmm. So much of preserving my innocence. Other girls my age were already had lost their virginity and were having sex and had boyfriends in middle school. And that's crazy. Again, I was disassociated out of my mind. I lived in a total false reality. Only right now, when I said the truth, is it the truth? Do I accept the truth? And then when it comes out your mouth. Never thought about that. That's what a tower is. Shatters your truth, your reality, your story, your narrative, and it is ultimate truth. Dude, that made me drop the book. I went straight into the darkness on that one. Okay, moving back onto my terrible sexuality. That's also, hidden in the shadows, which I'm always dealing with. And that's what it is. He comes out as an over sexual man, and it makes me very uncomfortable in my skin. I call him Uncle Nasty. But then as I start to explore my own sexuality, it's not so repulsive. It's not so scary. But at first, his sexuality was extremely scary. It was triggering. It brought up all kinds of uncomfortabilities. Really? And that brought back the ex-husbands. It's like, dude, you have to fucking do backflips for a guy like this and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. And he's just trying to this. And so it brought up all the shadows. It really did. Really? Yeah. As the Lilith, that's trying to let the beast free, but it's a beast. Anyways, the shadow is not evil. It also contains natural positive instincts, insights, and creativity. That's why I said you're fucking up my Thursday with some shadow work. It is only by understanding your shadow that you will progress, recognize destructive impulses when they arise, balancing desire against good, knowing when you are, and that's what it is. Okay, so you're like praying for someone to love or whatever. And that's what God brought me. It's like I'm praying for, an over the top experience, and they bring me this guy. And I wasn't ready for any of that because I hadn't even began to explore my sexuality yet. Truly, no, I was still living in shame of it. Seriously, I promise you. It had happened like a year and a half, and then I only after my situation with him did I reach out to Bobby. And that led to what? A blowjob. And then what? It took longer periods of time to go closer to having sex. Really? I wasn't ready. Why? I don't know. In my head, I was saying, I don't know. I don't know. There was a lot going on. I was trying to figure it out. It wasn't that I didn't want to have sex with him. I just didn't want to have what happened last time happen again. Did it? More or less as his behavior, but I learned what it was because what happened last time threw me into complete shock. I couldn't understand it. Really? Yeah, how he would disappear, his pattern. And so I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go into that pattern, which was what? Isolation. When he shuts down like that after effect, that's a cold fucking day in hell. It's a long period to rebuild in there. Really? I think it's something that every woman or person has to experience, but they kept making me re-experience it. I don't know. Did you think he was going to do it every fucking time? No, not every fucking time, you guys. I did not expect he was going to do this every fucking time. But he did. Every fucking time. And that's why I was like, I don't want to do this again. Which is what? Go have a good time. And then he shuts down and I have to spend like 2 weeks in this cold, hard place rebuilding myself. But ultimately, it comes to the same thought. He used you. He got what he wanted, and now he doesn't want anything to do with you. That's what happened the first time he came to my house. That's what my mind told me. And then it happened again, and it happened again. So I kept feeling like that. So then when I went to do this, I was like, it wasn't about him using me. It was that I wanted to do this under the full moon, and he showed up. And so I used him, is what I said. Realistically, and that's that power and control. I knew I had to do this, and that it was okay. It was you that I get to do it with, which was someone I love. Great. Did I expect he was going to shut down? No. But every time he does, that's fine because then I get to learn a lot about myself. But that is a very hard thing to do. Every fucking time. He just shuts down and fucking runs away. He showed up in the middle of the day, comes and gives me hugs and kisses, and then shuts down for 2 weeks. Pops up in fucking on Valentine's Day to leave the messages seen, because he hasn't seen any of them all this time, and then blocks me. He's got serious issues, but as I shut down, it's just a reflection, because I could look at him and I could look at what I keep doing with Wolfman, and it's the same fucking thing. Every time I get close to this guy, I'm all nice to him and loving, and then I shut down and turn into a whole cunt ass. I can't stand this mirror. Really? Yeah? I can't hate him. Why? Because he's like me. I can't hate Kanye because he's like me. I can't hate Russ because he's like me. I can't hate Morgan. I can't hate nobody. Really, though, you make me angry. I'm allowed to be angry. I'm not supposed to be hurtful. Really? Yeah. So, anyways, I didn't want to go through that. Realistically, you don't want to give yourself to someone and then be like shut down the next day. It's a feeling of being used, to not be heard, to be ghosted. I guess that's what it is. That's the word I'm looking for. He ghosts me really hard, super hard. And I have to repair myself and not let myself feel like a fucking used little girl at that moment. My spirit has to understand that this is part of the process. I was like, this is fucking stupid. But at the same time, while he shuts down, I really do need all that introspective time. He may need it more than me, but I need it too. And when he does it, it's really harsh. Really? I don't like doing that. I don't want to hang out with him if he's just going to disappear the next day. Doesn't matter how good today was. What comes after doesn't feel so good. These good feelings don't last that long, dude. That's the truth. They get longer and longer, and he thinks it's cute. It's not cute. Realistically, I don't know. He deals with, who knows what he does when goes and shuts down. But really, when he shuts down, I have to open up and dig deeper. Really? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of repair. And that's what it is I had to do this. I had to go through this. It's like, why do you keep going through it? I assure you, you saw me crying. No, I'm never going to talk to that guy again. And then God makes me. And then he shows up. Really? I tell you, I don't do it for fun. I don't think this is going to end well anytime. No, but I have to take the adventure. It's like dialysis, bro. I got to learn whatever this is. And that's why I don't know what's going to happen, but I got to go in there and don't believe I'm not fearful. But I just got to be brave and let whatever God's trying to show me, happen. Really? Oh man. That's what I said. I learned a lot. Fuck, did I learn much about him? Not too much. And that's what you understand in a relationship. It's not so much about getting to know that person, it's about understanding yourself. These relationships are they're not. They're used to critique you, they're used as like tools to sharpen you. Every person God puts in your life brings out the best or the worst in you, only so you can see what it is. Really? Yeah. I'm looking at Allie right now. It's like Allie brings out some of the softer sides of me and what you could say are my best parts. But I wouldn't say those are my best parts. Being soft and squishy and calm and cuddly and fucking, you know what I mean? Quiet all the time. No, I mean, that's what I am. And that's what you're going to get. It's not like he brings it out. That's just what I am. But I wouldn't say those are my best parts. And that just determines on, when I get angry and I get rageful, and the shit that comes after that, I think those are some of my best moments, dude, in time. When I burst into flames, dude, into the fucking full phoenix, those are some of my most, you know what I mean, take a bow moments. Not me sitting around just being calm all the time, but when I handle the adversity, when they put me in the game, that's what we train for. You can't, as I sit here and we talked about yesterday, you know what I mean, in the storm, you have to tell the storm to stop sometimes. You have to have commandment over that storm. You have to speak over your own fears. You have to, you have to take action. That's that emperor. You can't be passive all the time. You can't just be riding, you have to have some sense of direction. Really? It's balancing the water and the fire is what I see. Problems arise when you deny your shadow, guys. Let's see. What is this? It's only by understanding your shadow you will progress, recognizing destructive impulses when they arise, right? And that's when they happen. Balancing desire against good, knowing when you are blaming others for what lies in you. And that's when you catch yourself. I'm projecting. As I said that to you, I see that's me. On the path of initiation, this often manifests as resentment against the initiator. And that's where I don't like my twin flames. Every time I look at you, I end up facing me and going through, a dark night of the soul and I get triggered and everybody sees all my unhealthy ways and all this happens. But only through you can this process be done. No fucking stranger is going to come into my life and make me unhealthy, to teach me no hard lessons and make my life difficult. Nobody has that authority. Only the ones that I love are going to teach me these lessons. No stranger is going to teach me a hard lesson. And that's what this is. And it's like, I don't want to deal with you because that means dealing with me. And that's what I said about Russ. It's not about him. It's that I'd have to deal with my behaviors. It's not about dealing with Russ's behaviors. It's about when I don't like his behaviors, dealing with my own behaviors in the moment. Well, Russ is bothering me. What are you going to do about it? And that's where it is I'd have to deal with myself. All day I'd have to deal with myself and dealing with Russ. Is that a bad thing? No, but are you going to change your behaviors? Because I'm tired of dealing with myself. Eventually you get to the point where you're unbothered by people's behaviors is the point of what we're working on, to be completely unbothered. And that's where I got with mostly. But he's been quiet for a while. He can still bother the shit at me. He always comes up on a Friday, so he might bother me tomorrow again. Really? It's just a show. Really? Yeah, they put everything unhealthy in these guys. It's like, go get them. It's not that I can't love your unhealthy behaviors. I just have to learn to accept them. But the way of acceptance is accepting that your unhealthy behaviors are actually mine. Really? Mm-hmm. This is the highest moral quest. True spirituality means accepting your shadow and taking responsibility for it. And only then can you be in a relationship with the divine. I told you, it's right there. To get your 10 of cups, you have to integrate your shadow. And the world goes down. All right, let's see. When the underworld appears reversed, it shows that you've become aware of that you are trapped in an unhealthy relationship, dependence, or addiction, and now wish to free yourself. However, you must be prepared for difficulties along the way, as others may not want you to change. You will have your own fears to battle along the way, but persevere, as it will be worth it in the end. Yeah, as soon as I made this declaration, you better know he's coming back. I told him too. I was like, what are you doing? You're literally pushing me into his fucking chambers. I guess that was always meant to be. He's not doing it consciously. His spirit is, and that's what it is. They're not consciously aware of what it is. And that's what you learn to know the difference. Their mind? No, they're out of their mind. It's their spirit pushing, same as mine. We're pushing each other constantly to higher levels of understanding and wisdom and experience. We're pushing our souls to evolve all the time. We're mirroring each other because obviously we're all in it together. But everybody that's coming into this mirror, and as they reflect back, you know what I mean? What we're doing in here in the mirror dimension, they're reflecting out into their real world. And pretty soon, hopefully, it's honest, true reflections of me will be reflected back. And it's not me, it's God, will be reflected through me to them, through them to mankind. That's how it works. The light shines through me, I shine it back to the twin flames, the 12, and they shine it back to the multitudes. And we all become an image of God. Really? Yeah, that's the interchanging of the healing journey. It's like through you, I see our darkness. No, it's your darkness first. I put it as yours until I can see it's my darkness. Then I heal the darkness and I reflect it back to you and all of the 12. And they take that and they reflect it on themselves and then back to their crowds when they're ready. And that's how we infest the world with light. Yeah? And that's how you learn it. You sit here and you watch me learn my lesson. And you sit there with that, and it makes you reflect on some of your lessons. And when you learn those lessons, you walk differently, and that reflects, and people start seeing your change. And that creates more change. It can start with one person, which is me. And you can be that one person that starts the cube in your community where you're just reflecting change. You set the standard by just being a light in dark places. Yeah? There we go. Be the devil. Be the devil, I guess. Not really. The devil isn't real. We're all the devil. And the definition of what the devil is, that's all of us. Man and his intentions are the devil. That's all. They tried to say it was something outside of you. They tried to say it was Lucifer. Lucifer fell for the same feelings. That's it. They weren't his. He wasn't the devil. He fell for free will. The idea of power, desire, money, material shit, rulership, all of that. Wolfman, are you tempted? Maybe give it up. And that's, I got Lucifer, I got Hades, I got fucking all these levels of devils over here that I'm trying to get back to freaking heaven. Really? They go back. I've already seen it. When? I don't know. When they pull their head out of their ass. Maybe when I did. Just kidding. How's it going? All right, this is your energy today. Really? It's your fucking energy every day. Just face your shadows. I did. Did you see that? That was great. I'm a master at this bullshit. I feel happy jappy. I'm going to put on some eyebrows. Well, not right away. I think I'm going to, I don't know. Part of me is feeling bad. It's like, oh, I should take the kids and go. But that's it. It's like, what about me? They don't want to do what I want to do. They're just going to drag me down. Truly? Yeah. Seriously. And what if I wait for my daughter and she has plans? And my son and, whatever. All he wants to do is come home and play on his phone. He does not want to go to the spiritual store or any of the shit I want to do. So I guess I'm just going to go and play with myself today and the Holy Spirits. Oh, man. Can I start by apologizing? Is that where I start, Wolfman? I can't apologize for being sick. There's no apologizing for being sick. Realistically, and there's no excuse to it. All I can show you is that you can see I'm getting better. And that's what it is. It's like, they'll say that addiction is a sickness. You don't have to apologize for it. Just get better. You know what I mean? Being a liar. Doing all these things. You don't have to apologize, not to me, to God, but just be better. Actions speak louder than words. And that's what I have to show. I have to show that I'm better rather than just, it's like, you're very bipolar with this guy. I know, he's used to it by now, I'm sure. They all do. I told you would get used to it. Why? Because you're a twin flame and it's part of the process. If I can deal with it, you can deal with it. Really? Oh, we deal with each other. Let's start with an apology. And I will continue to work on this and keep my focus on you. Really? Yeah. That's what God wants. I'm not oblivious to it. God wants us to meet. He wants us to come together. He wants me to initiate you. I don't know if we're going to end up fucking, but he definitely wants us to come together in his name and he wants me to give you his powers. And I'm not going to run from that anymore. Really? Yeah. Okay, cool. And I'm going to go have a day. And you guys have a good Thirsty Thursday. And it's Brittany. And what is this? I'm from India. Can you read my tarot card? From India? I have the perfect card for you. Really? No, I'm not being rude. I'll pull out my Hindu cards. Really? Well, we only usually pull these out on the 10-day energy. Now, mind you, you're not going to get any of the ascending masters because they're over here. Jupiter's right there. Hold on. This is for the person from India. I'm going to give you your own God. That's what I'm trying to do. Don't stray away from your own beliefs. I believe in what your families and stuff believe too. I didn't leave your belief system for tarot. Here, this is for you. In India. God of creation. Oh my gosh. Oh God. Oh my God, dude. Your God came, bro. Oh God. He's like the God of gods in India. If he doesn't pray to Vishnu, then he does pray, or he should be. Your ancestor God is all over you, bro. Really? Oh, it all comes from Brahma, the God of creation. These are gods of him. Sorry. Oh, sorry. My bad. These gods are of him. So when India asked for their gods, I was said, get them their gods. This is your God. Don't forsake your God, is what I'm hearing right now. I didn't forsake Jesus to go into tarot. This is for you and for all of us too. Thank you for pulling this card. O Lord of all creatures, none other than you excels all these and other created things. You are above all. You are supreme. May you fulfill our cherished desire, and may we possess, what is this? Bounteous wealth and other things of the world. Blessings, instilled creativity, overcoming infertility. That's the ability to manifest. It doesn't necessarily mean having babies, but it means the ability to manifest. Happiness in this world, aid in the learning process. Thank you, God. When you say thank you, God, is it God? Is it Lord Jesus? Who is your master? In India, this is their God. But also, depending on where they are, this is their God. Depending on where they are, this is their God. Depending on where they are, this is their God. They're all God. And the tarot, just as a reminder to you in India, is divination to God. I'm going to show you that in my Black Arts book. It's right on top. The Paths of Tarot is there teach you to get to God. But this is your God. Don't forsake your God for tarot. Jesus is here. If anything, I know him better than I know tarot. Really? This was pretty honorable. Really? Because instead of bringing tarot like they asked me, they said, no, you bring out the Indian cards, the Hindu cards. Well, I can't say India because they're not from there. And I can't say Middle East because then, the Muslims would get mad. You don't own it. That's what I mean. Religions aren't labeled by cultures and stuff. That's like one of the highest levels of gods. I feel like he should be here, and that once I pulled that card, he can't go back. Really? If you understand who he is, yeah. I need to, this just changed. I just felt a huge download of this. And as we're going into a new level of God, really? Yeah. He's God, the creator. So that goes back to, that's what I mean. That's like Melchizedek, or not Melchizedek, but Metatron. Metatron is the creator of the universe. They're not God. They're God in a form. So again, they're God. That's why this makes it so hard. Is Buddha, it's like, who is your master? You mean like Jesus? He's the one, trying to make me godly, but no, he's not my master. You guys this is gonna be hard for you. It's gonna be hard for a lot of people to understand. I guess it goes back to the teachings of Krishna, which is, that's the wrong guidebook, the Godhead. Because there's God who has no form, that created many gods of many forms. Really? Yeah. And that's how that works. So that goes back to my leadership book. It's right here. Planetary leader. In order to understand this planet, you need to understand all the leaders that were placed by God to lead the planet in their place. Now, as the leader of the new world, the one religion, I teach you how all these are, again, God. Really? Yeah, but I don't make a, I am the pathfinder to it. And, my stuff goes down in history for this, but I'm not trying to. It's not like I'm trying to put it together. It comes together all on its own. And that's God. And that's where we are with science and medicine. Really? Okay. Well, the shadow is, of course, you just have to face you and listen to you and listen to yourself cry and listen to yourself get mad and listen to how you really feel about things and honor those real fucking feelings, bro. They're fucking real. You have to do something about them. Denying them is the shadow. The shadow is your feelings and your thoughts that you deny, which is exactly your power, your femininity. If you want to be happy, have the 10 of cups, which is the happiness, emotional fulfillment. You have to go through what you're not happy about. Yeah? This is a good one. I mean, it starts the evolution. It's a good teaching, but the conversation is far more than the conversation. It starts it restarts the fire between myself and Wolfman. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm gonna go on about my fairy tale day, and I will catch you guys later. Laters, haters.